So this is a few selected exercises from a sequence which is called Shivashi. So if you enjoy this and you want to check it out, if you just Google Shivashi, which is Shibashi, the first thing that comes up is the whole sequence, which is 18 different movements. Right now in this we're going to do a handful of these, probably 6 or 7, and they're quite easy to follow. I hope. I'll give you some guidance. The ones online, there's no information given about how to follow, but it's simply a question of just kind of following the movements as you see them. And a couple of principles for these. One is trying to keep the body as relaxed as possible, and the other would be that you try and match the breath and the movement. Okay, so this is very much a case of it being about the journey, the feeling of going between the postures, rather than you're not doing something to get to the end of it. You're doing it for the feeling of actually doing it. Okay, so this first step, if you just first thing is the posture. Okay, so have your feet about hip width. Let the feet be parallel, and let the knees be just a little bit bent. And if you imagine that you're standing on a sheet of newspaper, imagine you're trying to rip it from the front to the back using your feet. So there's a slight kind of outward rotation, which sends kind of spirals up the legs and gives you a bit of kind of strength into this posture. So slightly soft knees. Let your arms relax fully. And your hands can just be a little bit just in front of the body, but basically pretty relaxed. Take a breath or two here, and as you stand here, just feel the space that you're occupying. Feel the shape of the spine, feel the head nicely, comfortably balanced on the neck. Shoulders completely relaxed. First exercise, we're going to have palms out, hands out, palms facing down, and we're going to inhale, raise the arms up, and exhale, let them come down. So if you've seen Karate Kid, we're trying to access our inner Karate Kid here. Inhale up, and exhale down. So no tension in the arms or hands. Inhaling, you can straighten the legs a little bit as you rise. Exhaling, falling. Good, inhale. And exhale, flowing down, as much flow as you can. Let's do one more. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, now, similar movement. Inhale, and then keep inhaling. Separate the arms. And exhale, hands back to the centre and down. So inhaling, opening out, exhaling together and flowing down. Good, inhale, open wide, good, exhale, together and down. Inhale once more, and exhale, together and down. Okay, and now this one's a little bit trickier to follow, but left hand goes out, palm up in front of you. The right hand reaches round, and almost like you're picking an apple off a tree, you take it and you bring it in front of you, and then your hands swap about chest height. Right hand goes forwards and then slowly turns up. The left hand goes round to pick an apple and brings it through. Okay, so it's a very slow movement, just really targeting the shoulders and the sides here. Nice soft knees, no rush to this. Don't worry too much about the breath for this one. Just let the breath flow however it wants to. Good, a couple more of these movements. Good, and then we're going to reach up across the body with the right hand to the left, and then down. Left hand across the body like you're offering something, and then down. Okay, and as you raise the right arm, the right foot can come off the floor, you twist the bottom of the right leg a little bit. Sorry, not the whole foot, just the heel. Okay, left hand up, come onto the toes of the left foot, and exhale down. Flowing. And then we're going to step the left foot just a little bit forwards. So feet are still a bit separate, like you're on two corners of a square with your feet, two opposite corners. And then we're going to bring the hands up to the chest, bring the weight back onto your back foot, so your weight's not entirely on your right foot, but it's on your left heel, so left toes come off the floor. And then as you come forwards, the weight shifts fully onto the left foot, and the right heel comes off the floor as you push forwards. Okay, just relax. Exhale, go forwards, and inhale, you flow back. Okay, it's like the most gentle push you've ever given anyone. It's really slow and soft. Okay, and another way of putting it would be we're moving here almost like reeds in the water. If you think moving with the flow of the water. Okay, so just weight rocking forwards and backwards, gentle pushing. That finger's totally soft and relaxing. Good, and now we're going to imagine that we are on the coast, on the beach, and feet stay as they are. You reach down, scoop the water up with your hands, and as you go back, let it just cascade over you. So you're going to scoop down, pick up the water with your hands, and let it just fall over you. Really nice and refreshing. Okay, big circles with your arms. Couple more. And then last movement, or last one, like we're going to do with the feet like this. On your back foot, open the arms out fully to the sides and inhale. Hands come to almost meet. So as you go back, your arms go wide. As you come in, your hands nearly meet. Okay, almost like a bird flying. Okay, good. And then bring the feet back side by side. Knees a little bit soft. We're finished with quite a fun one, which is called bouncing a ball. And what we're going to do, you're going to raise one arm at a time like this. And as it goes up, the opposite knee comes up. And at the top point, the foot that's on the floor comes onto the toes. Okay, so there's a slight kind of like a jump, little bit of a jump almost. Okay, so when you try and get the hang of this, coming up, say you're going with the left hand, you come onto the left toes as you come high, and you can imagine almost like there's a string connecting with the one hand and the opposite knee. Feels a bit strange, but when you get into the rhythm of it, it can feel quite nice. Okay, and then last movement, and then come back to standing. And now we're going to keep the knees bent, let the hands just rest a little bit in front of you. Arms soft, fingers nice and relaxed. And here comes the interesting part, I think. Just tuning into the feeling between the hands. So bring the hands a little bit closer towards each other and just see if you can feel some kind of a connection between the hands. Sometimes there's like a sense of tingling or kind of magnetism there. If you haven't got that, don't worry at all. But if you do, you can just experiment with it a little bit. You can see if you can move it around and stay connected. See if you separate your hands, you feel, oh yeah, okay, that far, I lose the connection. Right now there, I can feel it again. And if you're visual, you can imagine a ball of bright light here, or bright energy. And then what we're going to do is bring the hands to meet, rub them together, generate a good bit of heat, And then what I suggest is placing the palms right over the eyes. Fully over the eyes, let the head rest a little bit into the hands. Good, and then once more. Choice this time, either eyes again, if you wish, or onto your lower back kind of area of the kidneys. It can be nice to put a bit of energy into this part of the body if we spend a lot of time sitting down, which we all have been doing. Okay, brilliant. So we'll wrap up there. Hope you found that helpful.